Hello. Hi.
Mac Wax Stack! What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Mac Wax Stacks. And today we are doing a Mac Memoirs, where I'm going to go through and just focus on one player. And this is the first episode in this kind of series, I would say. And who else would I do it for besides the man right here, Nate Thurmond, the face of the Giant Card.
Giant Card.
Yes, the Giant Card man, Nate Thurmond, BGSU's finest. My favorite person to collect out of the Mac and Bowling Green, other than a couple of my teammates. So I wanted to start this now that I finally kind of have a nice base collection of a lot of Mac guys. I'm gonna run through and just kind of talk about their careers and their cards, the cards that are available for them, and just kind of give a brief history of the cardboard and the history of these players. So you see in the background, I've got the Nate Thurmond limited edition bobblehead that was released at the Falcons game years ago. Actually, somebody gave that to me. It was so nice of them to do. I couldn't find it online. Finally found them. They're kind of expensive. But, anyways, let's go ahead and talk about Nate Thurmond. So let's start off. Nate Thurmond has, if you're talking cards, okay, I'm going to do cards and career. And Nate Thurmond, in terms of Hall of Famers and Hall of Fame star players, he's one of the top 50 NBA players of all time. He was voted to the 50, and then when they did the 75, he was still on that list. And but he only has 547 cards so far per TCDB, and which you'll see guys now that have thousands of them. I think a lot of them, and you'll see when I show some of these, is the lack of photos for Nate Thurmond playing. It's kind of crazy. I just can't believe how many pictures they reuse. It's like they didn't bring cameras to the games back then. But the first card, I'll put it up on the screen here. And this is a very hard card to find. I mean, if I ever find it, I probably will never find it. I've never seen it listed on eBay. And I probably wouldn't be able to afford it anyways. It's the 1968-69 Topps Test, number 13 of Nate Thurmond. And so Topps did not have the basketball license until 69-70. Well, they didn't have the full license. They didn't start producing cards until 69-70 of basketball, when they started doing them again. And they're the tall boys right here that you'll see. This is the Nate Thurmond rookie card. I'll go ahead and show this while I'm talking. But the Topps Test was kind of like their test run of getting them out there and getting the photos. And that Topps Test card is very hard to find. Any of those cards from that set are expensive. There's like 3 or 4 of them listed on eBay currently, and they're like $600-$700 each. So I imagine the Nate, if it really exists, if somebody has it, is probably a lot, double, triple that, because it's this true rookie, I guess you call it. But this is his rookie card. So this is the Nate Thurmond, the 69-70 rookie, the tall boys. This is famous for having so many rookies in the set. And Nate, you see that he played for 6 years before he had a card. So I think he was kind of robbed of that as well in the card space. But this is a decent shaped card. My goal and main goal to get is one of these signed in a PSA slab. They're not cheap, so who knows if that'll ever happen. Well, let me just set these Nate up here on the Giant Card stand. And go on his second card that he has listed. Now this one I have not shown on the channel yet. I had it sitting here waiting to show it. I was like, I'm going to show when I do my Nate Thurmond. I love this thing, and I got it. This is definitely one that I'll have to get slabbed because they look so cool in the slabs if you look at them. This is the 69-70 Topps Rulers. So this is number 12 on the ruler set. So Topps put these basketball rulers out, and it's a small set, very desirable. And this one is in great shape. Obviously the crease, but that's how they came with the crease. But this is going to grade pretty well, I think. And I just think in a maybe a SGC slab where it's big. I mean, it's a massive thing. You can put that. It's almost like a picture frame on the wall. But I just love this. I love this card. Ruler, whatever you want to call it. Just so old school. A sign of the time. Look at the sneakers. but that's one of my favorites and favorite pick. I picked it up a long time ago, and I have not shown it yet. I was saving it for this idea that I had. Now, his next card is the 70-71 Topps. You'll see another tall boy. And you notice how they all had to put their jerseys on backwards because Topps did not have the license for the for the logos and stuff. And I don't know if they could even say the team, so they just said San Francisco. So the San Francisco Warriors. But just a funny. Nate has his own bachelor's pad in San Francisco. How about that? So I'll just keep adding Nate to the stand. Same part of that same set. This All-Star card. Got this one. I need to get another one because there's just a little crease down here in the bottom. Very, very mad at some eBay guy. Guy sent it literally in a page with 6 other Tall Boy cards in a manila envelope without any padding. Just set it in the manila envelope. I saw it and I was like, oh no, please. So like 3 of the cards were damaged, and of course it was the one that I wanted the most of the All-Star card. But I just love that card. I love how it has that picture on the back. Of course, they had to block out the logos. The next one here is the 71-72 Topps. Once again, the jerseys, no logos. And here's the 71-72 Topps. It's a trio sticker, so they did all these trios of like league leaders. Just love how they have to wear their jerseys on backwards. But these are kind of stickers, and nothing on the back. But you see Earl of Pearl and Spencer Haywood in there. Next is this 73-72 Topps. Nate Thurmond. I don't think this is the best version I have. This is just the one I had with me. So you see that. This is the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar rookie year set there. And then, let's see. The next one on the list, there are 2 on the TCDB list. One's a Players Association 8x10. I don't know. People put these as cards. And then there's a Players Association postcard, which I'll probably get. I'll put that on the screen here. That's kind of a cool photo of him. And then finally, now in 73-74, they were able to take pictures and use pictures from games. So here you have Nate at jumping center here against the Knicks. And then another game here, Warriors overwhelm the Bucks. You got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar there. Lou Alcindor at the time. I think it was Kareem. I think he changed his name by then. But those are cool Topps cards. The next one on the list is another 73-74 Topps leaders. I have it, but I couldn't find it. I don't know where it's at. I got to find it. But it's a triple card of Wilt, Nate, and Dave Cowens, like a leaders card. And then here we go. This is another very cool set. The 74 Nabisco Sugar Daddy Pro Faces. It's a mini card, almost like a mini Allen and Ginter. I just think these are so cool. I love these minis. And stick on the wall posters are appropriate space. So I think these are little stickers too. But I love these. I might try to get this set at some point. I love trying to build these vintage basketball sets. This is a 25 card set. Has Kareem, Oscar Robertson, a lot of the stars in it. Here is the 74-75 Topps. Got a couple of cards in that set. The team leaders with Rick Barry. And this set is kind of weird with the photo. Like they try to do something with the colors. Here's the regular base. But cool nonetheless. So that was Nate with the Warriors. Now here's his first card with the Bulls. This is the next year, the 74-75 Topps here. And you see him. This is one of my favorite photos on his cards. Of course, Nate was known for his defense. He guarded Kareem, Wilt, Bill Russell, and they all thought he was an amazing competitor. And there he is guarding the famous skyhook against Kareem and the Bulls, the 75-76 Topps. Here's the team leaders card with him on it. Bob Love, Chet Walker, and Norm Van Leer. And then here is the next one. So that was kind of his last playing days card. Doesn't have a Cleveland playing days card, which is kind of crazy. But then he has this 81 TCMA, kind of a generic looking up. TCMA did a lot of minor league cards. And I don't know. It's kind of cool. I like the photo. I like the photo of him, which you'll see in a bunch of his other cards as I show those. And then going down the line, just have a couple more of the older cards I'm going to show, and then I'll just talk about his career a little bit. But the Schick star card, there's supposed to be a Miller Lite 84-85 NBA All-Star Charity Classic card that it's number 4, and I have not seen one. I'm looking all over. If anybody knows anything about that set, I've never seen it on eBay, ComC, anything, can't find it. And then you have this Hall of Fame, it's like a metallic print run of a $9.99 card. It's like a metal card. It's kind of cool. It's got the plaque that he has in Springfield at the Basketball Hall of Fame. So I'll just put a couple more up there. It's a big Nate. Let me just talk about a little bit. I'll show some more cards. I have a decent Nate collection, and I'll thumb through some cards and talk about kind of his career and some of the special things that he has done. So yeah, Nate was born in Akron and went to BGSU, and you'll see him right here. And this is a famous picture amongst BGSU folks. At BGSU, he averaged 17 points, 17.8 points, and 17 rebounds. He's the school's all-time leading rebounder, and that record will never be touched. I mean, and he only played 3 years, because you got to remember, back in the day, freshmen were not allowed to play. He would have dominated as a freshman as well. And he was a player of the year, only player to lead the MAC in rebounding 3 times in a row. He was three-time All-MAC unanimous choice. And the funny thing was, he wasn't really the player of the year. I don't know if they did that back then, but he had another guy on the team who I will spotlight later named Howard Butch Comize, who was at one point BG's all-time leading scorer, averaged around 30 points a game, and he was really filling it up. So Nate was just kind of cleaning up the trash around there. And but they had some really good teams back in that day. His junior year, let me see if I can find some more BGSU cards. So I didn't want to pull all these out of the binder, but here's a page here, so another thing of that image. But here's a couple more BGSU photos. You see the Sport Kings. But his junior year at BGSU, they were 21-4, 11-1 in the MAC, ranked as high as number 7 in the country at one point. They went to the NCAA tournament, and then his senior year, they were a phenomenal team. They beat number 2, and this is a picture from it. They beat number 2 Loyola, who ended up winning the NCAA tournament at home at Bowling Green. Still one of the biggest games at BGSU history. And then here's an auto of Nate. Got a couple of his autos, but that's numbered to 270, which I'll show those cards off. But yeah, so just a phenomenal career at Bowling Green. Don't know why there's not. At some point there should be a statue of him out there in front of the Stroh Center, the current home of the Falcons. Then he's drafted number 3rd overall to the San Francisco Warriors. And I'll start showing off some of those cards. The first year and a half he was there, he played with Wilt Chamberlain. So it was like an apprenticeship he took under Wilt. So he battled against Wilt every day in practice and still had some phenomenal numbers. He had a great career with the Warriors, championship with Rick Barry. Played, most of his career there. He still holds the Warriors franchise career rebound and minutes record, which probably will never be touched. He was so many rebounds. Here's some more of his Warriors cards, and you see he's always rebounding when you get his picture. There's Nate dunking in that. But a lot of Warriors cards here. And he was traded in 1974-75 to the Bulls. Here's an old school card of him when he was retired. Traded to the Bulls. In the first game of that season, for his first game for the Bulls, he recorded the league's first triple-double. Here's a numbered card to 150. Sorry, not the first triple-double, the first quadruple-double in league history. That was a phenomenal game. He only played, pull up another thing of cards, played for the Bulls for a season and a half. He got traded to the Cavs. And you see some other cards of Nate. only played for the Cavs for a couple of seasons, was key in a playoff run for them. They were a new team to the league, and he actually got his number retired. Retired his number at Cleveland and for the Warriors. So just a phenomenal career overall. Like I said, one of the NBA's 50 greatest players, Hall of Famer. Nate passed away in 2016. Coincidentally, passed away a month after the Cavs beat the Warriors, the two teams that retired his jersey in the NBA Finals. And just a heck of a run, a great MAC athlete. And yeah, so that's just a little bit on Nate Thurmond. I hope you learned a little bit about Nate the Great. And Big Nate they called him, Nate the Great. Just a BGSU legend, an NBA legend. And I hope you enjoyed MAC Memoirs. And I'll try to do a couple more of these. And if you see any of those, that Topps test card, let me know. Or that Miller Lite Charity Classic game. I'm looking for those. But hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you back here soon on
Mac Wax Stats.